Who isn't pulling for Joe Flacco at this point? From watching football on the couch and staying in shape by running plays with his kids, to the starting quarterback for a team competing for the top spot in the AFC, and he couldn't be more excited about it.
Real, is it? You know, it's really cool. I haven't been a part of a game, really. I haven't played in a game where, you know, every stadium has these LED lights now, so you can just turn them off and turn them right back on. And coming out of the tunnel with I don't know if people had their iPhones going or if they gave them. I mean, it was really cool, unbelievable atmosphere. So yeah, to get it done in front of the home crowd, to actually get ourselves into that next step in the season, it definitely made it extra special.
He's truly having fun, which is not something we've seen from Flacco since he left Baltimore. He had a rough stint in Denver where he suffered a season-ending neck injury in Week 8 after a rocky start to the season. And then in New York with the Jets, he was coming back from that injury and was the backup for Sam Darnold. He only appeared in limited action, but did do enough to surpass Joe Montana on the all-time passing yards list. He left New York for a season to go to Philly and be the backup to Jalen Hurts. He looked really good in preseason, but never appeared in the regular season for the Eagles, and they ended up trading him back to the Jets after Zach Wilson suffered a knee injury. He would be with them for the remainder of the 2021 season and through 2022, appearing in just a total of 7 games with 5 starts and a record of 1-4. It wasn't the way Flacco likely wanted to go out. Throughout Flacco's career in Baltimore, he often struggled to get the respect he had earned. He was playing with a defensive juggernaut and was getting the Trent Dilfer treatment, even after winning the Super Bowl and being named MVP of the game. It's time to give the man his flowers. Flacco is 18th all-time in passing yards, 13th in pass completions, and 28th in passing touchdowns. He's no slouch, and if he can lead the Browns to a Super Bowl appearance, or dare I say it, a championship, he's a Hall of Famer. So why has he come in and been so successful where others have been failing all season? If you don't believe me, the highest passing yardage total before Flacco started against the Rams was 289 yards by Deshaun Watson in Week 3 against the Titans. Flacco has started in 5 games and has thrown for more than that in 4 of them, throwing for 374 yards against Chicago. The Browns were averaging 21 points per game before Flacco and are now averaging 28 with him. He's lifted this team from an average offense to a top 5 unit in the league that's being supported by a top 5 defense on the other side. Flacco has been so effective at lifting the offense because of his ability to make quick decisions, move inside the pocket without bailing too early, and he trusts his top playmakers. The quick decisions. Flacco knows his new playbook inside and out. He surveys the field on his drop back, so by the time his back foot is planted, he knows where he's going with the ball. He doesn't give the defense any time to get to him and cause a negative play. The ball is out quickly and keeps the chains moving. He's been sacked 7 times through 5 games, which is good for 1.4 per game. The least sacked quarterback in the league, Josh Allen, gets sacked 1.3 times per game. Flacco, once again, is at the top. He gets the ball out quickly as discussed, but he also has great pocket presence. His ability at 6'6" to take a small step to the side and see the entire field, or step up into the pocket rather than bailing out of it, gives his receivers extra time to get open and for him to have a greater window to place the ball. This might be the biggest difference between Flacco and the Browns' other quarterbacks this season. Watson and DTR, for all of their passing prowess, are more comfortable running or making plays outside the pocket, whereas Joe Flacco prefers to keep things calm and on schedule from the comfort of the pocket. This means the receivers are running the routes in the playbook and not having to worry about where their quarterback is running off to play after play. It provides more consistency to the offense as a whole. Lastly, he trusts his playmakers. The number of balls that would be considered 50-50 that are thrown by Flacco aren't astronomical because he picks his spots to do so. But if Amari Cooper has one-on-one coverage, you can bet that ball is going to him in a place that only he has a chance to catch it. When Cooper was out against the Jets, he turned to David Njoku, who ended up with 134 receiving yards, the most this season for him. The Browns are 2 games out of first place, so they unfortunately will end up playing on the road throughout the playoffs. But if the season ended today, they'd be playing the sinking Jaguars, and with a victory, would be headed to play the Chiefs, who are also struggling to move the ball the last few weeks. This could very likely set the Browns up against Flacco's old team, the Ravens, in the AFC Championship. We're a long way from that coming to fruition, but if it does, what do the Browns do? I mean, Deshaun Watson has yet to show he's an elite quarterback, is 8-4 as a starter in Cleveland, and can't stay healthy. However, he's also owed $46 million per year through 2026. There's no way to cut him, and there's nobody that would trade for that contract, and he might not be your answer at quarterback. Flacco is playing on a $4 million contract for this season, but after playing this way, he'll no doubt be able to demand more money if he still wants to play next year. If I'm Cleveland and he leads the team to an AFC championship or better, then I'm finding out what amount it takes to keep him here, and he's the starter for the foreseeable future. It's certainly not a scenario I saw playing out coming into this season, but the question of Joe Flacco or Deshaun Watson in 2024 is definitely a fun offseason topic. For now, enjoy the career resurgence of Joe Flacco and watch all of his interviews because he's having the time of his life.